Oh no, it's that episode. Let's talk to the fishing guru. I'm just gonna leave that out of context for now. I don't want to fish. Fishing rods are key items. I don't want that. You can't get rid of those. Well, this city has way more to see than Vermilion City. It's just that fishing guy. This dude's building a house. Or building, I guess. We don't know what it is. There's a Pokemon fan club, a gym. There's a cruise ship. So much better than Cerulean. Yeah, there ain't no need to show you what happened in the store. I just bought some items. I sold some items too. I noticed the nugget's gone. Oh yeah. So Vermilion City. Exciting place. Let's go check out the fan club. I like Pokemon. Maybe we'll join the... No, I don't want to join the fan club. They're a bunch of losers. But they've at least got their Pokemon here, so that's nice. No, you weirdo. I'm not going to check out its tail. This is why I'm not joining the fan club. The chairman's a cool dude, though. Mostly. And she's attracted to her seal. She doesn't think it's cute, she thinks it's attractive. Yeah, definitely not joining this club. And so I wonder what messed up story this guy has for us. Yeah, he enjoys Pokemon and really wants to talk about his Rapidash. And just how much he loves his Rapidash. You know, I know that I'm from a small town, but this is a bit much. Like, stop sleeping with your Pokemon. That's all I'm asking. This is why I'm not joining the fan club. And we can't take... We can't take on the gym yet. There's a bush in the way and we can't get over the bush. So, let's go to the east, down a totally unnecessary and optional road. Route 12 may be blocked off by sleeping Pokemon. It sure is. So we can't even go down this road, but the trainers down here are so low level that the experience is only worth it now. So, oh no. It's this episode indeed. Well, we have a low level Meowth. We might as well get it as much experience as possible. Spoilers, this is gonna be where I use a lot of items during battle. No, not that. This is because I'm not going to walk back and forth from here to the Pokemon Center. And I'm not going to suffer this Meowth dying in battle every single fight because I'm trying to get an experience, so forgive me if you hate the prospect of items in battle. But I'm dealing with a bit of a mess here, as I refuse to grind right now, and, well, I suppose technically this is glorified grinding. At least I'm getting these trainers out of the way. And I'm being rewarded by doing so. So welcome to this Meowth getting its ass kicked for the next, looks like 20-ish minutes. Oh, Meowth. Such a hard start, such a worthy finish. And no bug catchers, which makes me happy. I know they're out there. We still have some to run into, but they're not here. And oh look, the exact situation that Meowth has Bubble Beam for. high defense things that are weak to water. With low special. I use Bubble Beam wrong quite often, actually. Is later on, when my strategy with this thing becomes a little more apparent, I'll still be using Bubble Beam for things that I should be using, like, Slash on instead. Simply because I'm so, I'm so used to just thinking of things in terms of weaknesses and resistances that I don't think of the best strategy in single player. It's single player, who cares? It's just funny. There's gonna be some stupid bubble beams in the future. And this Zubat's kicking my ass, because I keep insisting on using Payday to get a payout. Super potions ain't cheap, yo. Should have named this cat Mafia. Which is kind of funny, because I remember in the anime, like, Meowth was dressed like a mobster one time. And probably one of the better episodes, if I remember right, because it's been well over a decade since I've even seen that anime. Oh joy. This wasn't a bad idea. Oh, I should come up with a list of topics to talk about for circumstances like this in Pokemon games at all. Yeah, I don't actually remember the difference between special and defense for a Nidoran. So I thought he had lower special, but... And now I'll never know, because that was a critical hit. But man, I've been on top for so long that I forgot what it's like down here with the rest of them. I ain't had this kind of trouble for a while. This Meowth sure did put me through it, though. Look at that speed, though. It's his specialty. So I think we're coming up to a gambler here. And I've just got one thing to point out about gamblers. As soon as we get into the battle. He can't get enough of competition. This is why he's a gambling addict. But gamblers look kind of like Nappa from Dragon Ball Z. Go back and pause it if you want. It's kind of weird. So gamblers are a unique trainer type. In that each one of them, like, individually selects a single type and uses nothing but that type. And from what I remember, it's only like grass, fire, water, and electric they choose from. I'm not sure about the electric part. But it's kind of a neat gimmick for them, given the nature of their gambly ways. And once again, we're getting our asses kicked by an Oddish. But I refuse. I refuse to not let Meowth gain experience, so I'm just going to use these items. This paralysis can kiss my ass. I would have won if not for that. Yep, using that as well. Oh boy. If I see anything that I for sure can cut out, I'll be sure to do so. Because this was probably not the greatest of ideas. Oh well, you get to see who's down here, what's what, and watch me level up a cat. And you can't be a coward in the world of Pokemon. And it's true, you can't. People ambush you all over the place. It's like the Wild West out here, except no one dies. Once again, Speed Up is my friend. I'm not going to put you through me going to the Pokemon Center when I do go there. Win, lose, or draw. I choose win, you get to lose. But this is the point of gambling. And actually, this guy, all the gamblers kick my ass. Now that I think about it, because this guy kicks my ass as well. At least he kicks Meowth's ass. So the question is, should I be referring to them as their species, or should I be calling them by their nickname? Because I keep calling them, like, by their species and whatnot, but, you know, if I'm referring to this thing, I should call it Kritty, right? I don't know. I'm gonna just call it whatever I call it. It doesn't really matter. Look at this. I should speed this up. But I've been talking this whole time, so I'm not going to. Thank you. It's a frickin' Poliwag. At the end of the day, cat eats fish. And I had to use a super potion because the fish fought back. Horsey. I love that name. It's just it's a great name. Up a payday. Trying to earn that money. Shoulda bit. Shoulda bit. Actually, this road's full of all sorts of crazy stuff that happens. I'll try to remember to bring it up with the specific engineer, the unique situation that I run across within context to Pokemon as a whole. But that's until later. You know, I'll just try to remember to bring that up later. For now, since I'm here, I will go back. And continue on this windy, wavy road that will ultimately lead nowhere because the road is blocked. Not this engineer, it's the next one. Well, maybe. We'll see what this guy has. I don't remember. I think he's got a Voltorb. No, he's got a Magnemite. Okay. This will be a perfect example then. So I'm using Bite on this Magnemite. Because Bite, a Dark-type move, wouldn't become Dark until Dark existed. It's currently a normal move, and Dark-type came out in the next generation. In the meantime, Magnemite is an Electric type, not Electric Steel, because Steel wouldn't come out until Gen 2 either. So Bite, a move that is, in all cases, usually resisted by Steel, is not being resisted by Magnemite. Because, you know, both of these things are not like they will be. Granted, the Dark type matters less, because a normal type move would still be weak against a Steel type, but I think that's just an odd, unique situation that you can only get in Gen 1. Now watch me get really, really overconfident with my Meowth's abilities. And just like cat eats fish, dog eats cat. Oh well, you done goofed. And actually, you caused me to almost done goof in the process. More on that in a second. Because I just realized something, and I almost shat myself. But thankfully, this Cubone did not level up in this fight, even with the half experience here. You see, in Gen 1, Cubone and Marowak's signature move, Bonemerang, isn't learned until like level 43. But in Gen 2, he can learn it at level 25. So I had intended this entire time to switch him over to Gen 2 at level 24, and then promptly forgot. And so he goes, luckily he didn't level up, and he went over to Gen 2, and he got a rare candy in him. So that he could learn Boomerang at a level that is reasonable. And not unreasonable, like 43. Ah, Gen 1, you mysterious beast. Some of the decisions made here are just silly. We'll get into that later. There's another awkward moment, thanks to Gen 1 being Gen 1, in how it distributes moves, but one that wasn't as readily able to overcome. We'll get there way later, like towards the end of the game, but it involves Meowth and the move Slash. So you can go ahead and look that up if you want. Maybe get an idea of what I'm talking about. Ah, Payday, I love you so much. But this case, I don't know, I don't think my Kritty can take on that rat. You know, that's a rodent of unusual size, that is. And, I want to show off Boomerang anyway. Ah! This is why Boomerang's not such a useful move that it warrants being leveled at level 43. Earthquake is better in Gen 1. All around. And comes in a TM later. Should spoil this. Marowak ain't learning Earthquake, he's keeping Boomerang. I think I love the gimmick way too much. Gimmicks are my weakness. Besides, somebody else can benefit from Earthquake a little more than Marowak. Although, that raises something that I need to talk about. In regards to TM use and rare candy use. Because I used a rare candy on that Cubone, and I didn't trade him back to the game I got him from. On the computer versions of Gen 1, Gen 2, and Gen 3, I have a file for each generation labeled the toolbox. It's kind of lame, maybe, but these were files that I intentionally hacked to have useful items on. This is stuff like vitamins and rare candies and TMs and stuff like that. Hold items in later games, for some cases. Is it cheating? Yes, by definition it's cheating. I never do it to do anything blatantly illegal. Beyond having a file that has hacked items on it. And I do make use of that in this playthrough for certain TMs. Because TMs for the longest time were just obnoxious. Gen 1 in particular, with Thunderbolt being a TM that isn't learned naturally. Yeah. Stuff like that is the reason I toolbox in the first place. I promise you, I only do it, in cases where I feel like it isn't too early in the game to be doing what I'm doing. It does let me get away with things that I couldn't normally get away with, but, like, obviously I'm not trading over Wartortle now and teaching him Earthquake, and I'm not trading over Marowak to teach him Earthquake. I wait until I find the TM in-game to start doing it. And even then, I try not to overdo it. But yeah, Blastoise will be the thing that gets Earthquake legally. And in fact, that's the only instance of the Earthquake TM that I needed. So, Thunderbolt, on the other hand, got used twice, so I needed a toolbox for that. One, maybe a little bit of a ridiculous instance will be with a TM you'll be seeing later, that I used the toolbox for and had essentially got 3 copies of that TM. But I am being open about it. It is technically cheating, I don't do it to do anything I couldn't normally do, since I'm trading to do it. You know, I don't hack this file for them. And in this case, I find the cheating to be increasing the experience. You know, letting me get more out of this than being stuck with 1 copy of each TM. In particular, a few moves that it's just really nice to have. Especially Thunderbolt. I don't understand why Thunderbolt is only in TM form in this game. That's probably because it's a gym leader move, and I think they were trying to emphasize gym leader TMs are the only ways to learn those moves in particular. Because I can't remember a move in this game that comes from a gym leader that can be learned naturally. You know, Bide can't, Bubble Beam can't, Thunderbolt can't, Psywave can't, Fire Blast can't, Fissure can't, Mega Drain can't, oh, what am I missing? Toxic can't, yeah. So I'm guessing that's what they were emphasizing. This would be phased out in later gens. Because it's a silly idea. It's just an absolutely silly idea. But yeah, if you consider the toolboxing to be just blatant cheating and cannot enjoy this anymore because of it, I apologize, but I don't find it to be that bad of a thing. Because all I'm doing at this point is just enhancing my own playthrough, my own enjoyment of the game. And I'm not doing it to do anything that's absolutely illegal. In fact, if you get these games on emulator, I recommend doing it and seeing how much you enjoy it. I promise you, it makes things just so much funner as you have those options available. This is probably coming from the fact that I played this game so many times legally that I just want to be able to do whatever I want and not be constrained by the rules anymore. But that's also why I traded to a hacked version instead of hacking the file itself. It just feels a little more natural, a little less... it's like half cheating at that point. I don't know. I'll see you later. Have a good day.